What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4. And today episode of Hearts of Iron 4, I want to review, or let's say review into this mod. It's called the 1000 Week Reich. We already heard the 1000 Year Reich by Adolf Hitler and Heinrich Himmler. And today we're hearing a 1000 Week Reich. So this mod is amazing. That's all I can say. Because I've been playing this mod for the past 2 or 3 days and I find it quite interesting. So this mod follows the alternative timelines where Germany won the war. So you can read it right here. Hitler 1000 years Reich under the Nazi Party stand victorious in Europe. Its empire spanning from Calais to Akhankek, and the British Empire crumbled through democracy. Its past rapidly growing industrial powerhouse in the United States. In the east, the Kuomintang consolidated control over China, while remnants of the Russian army groups across the Ural and Siberia. The war ended only 5 years ago, but with the unexpected fragile New World Order seeing sign of collapse, nobody can know how long the perverse peace will hold. So here's what I'm gonna tell you guys. So it's gonna play as the Greater German Reich, okay? And you guys will know. Okay, so first, so if you guys want a mod, I will link down below. It's Steam, by the way, it's free mod, so that's enough reading. So here's how it works, okay? Greater German Reich is the alternative timelines where Germany or German Reich managed to destroy and win the World War II against the Soviet Union and against the Allied forces. So Greater German Reich captures all Poland, and then they kind of release or puppets 4 or 5 of the states, includes Reich Commissariat Ostland, Reich Commissariat Ukraine, Reich Commissariat Caucasus, Reich Commissariat Muscovians, and also have a one state which they changed the name of Leningrad to Adolfsburg, okay, which is quite interesting. And then you also have the SS Gotland, which I already posted on my community post this afternoon. The Reich Commissariat, not a Reich Commissariat, by the way. This is not a puppet. This one is another alternative state, which controlled by Reinhard Heydrich, which is one of the SS leader as well. And yeah, so how does it work? So Germany captures Belgium, Luxembourg, and Netherlands, and also free the puppets of Confederation of Kingdom of Netherlands and Indonesia because they kind of exile. But soon there will be a civil war, and soon there will be a civil war in British Malaya and Sarawak and China. So let's talk about China. What actually happened in China? So after the end of the war, the Soviets did not win the war. There was no invasion of Manchuria. It's only the Chinese and the communists. And then the communists managed to win the war without that huge chunk of land that historically happens with the Chinese communists. And then in the early, like 2 or 3 years, like 6 or 3 months later, they invade the Socialist Republic of Vietnam. Why? Because they're a struggling power in China, where they have the economy crumbles and all of those stuff that's happening with the economy, destroying the stuff, high inflation. So they try to put the blame and use Vietnam as a scapegoat. So they decided to declare the war, and then the United States intervened with the UN, the UN, all those stuff. But here, Japan managed to get occupied again, and then Korea became a republic. There's no splitting between communists or a democrat because there's no Russia. And Russia being crumbles, the only Soviet Socialist Republic remains is the ones that resides in the Siberia, with another all states opening like Ideal Ural, Transvolga, and then you also have Islamic State of Turkestan. You also have Novosibirsk, Adlai, Granosyak, Buryatia, Norilsk in the Russia Republic. This one is more of a United States thing, which became republic, and also the United States control some part of this as well, which belongs to the Japanese Empire. And then in the Indochina, Laos Democratic Republic, this one is communist. And you also have Cambodia, which is led by Norodom Pusera, and then Siam, still led by Phipon Sangram as usual. And then British Raj became independent. You have Republic of India. You got the principal states of Hyderabad, all those stuff. And then you got United Kingdom in Sri Lanka, still the same. Socialist Republic of Bengal, Union of Burma, Kingdom of Afghanistan, still the same. And you got Jammu and Kashmir. And then you got here in the Middle East, you got Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. This one is Kingdom of Yemen. You got the Sultan of Oman. You got the Hashemite Kingdom of Iraq, Syrian national state, and then Egypt has become a, you know, how do I call it? Independence. Sorry. And then you will see there's two different stuff: French authority and French state. So what's the difference between French authority and French state? So the French authorities are those French that fought in Africa. So they were the one that fought in Africa, and then after the war's end, they became their own, states. And the French state is the one that became Vichy France. But later on, they have their own republic after the end of the war. So technically, Germany did not invade the United Kingdoms, but they still managed to win the war. So by the end of the capitulations of Russia, they decided to have a peace deal with the United Kingdom, and the French state still managed to get back of their land, except they lost a few around Strasbourg, and I think it's town Dunkirk and Calais. So that's the thing. And then you also have America, which they have the Toronto Accords, where yeah. So this one is Toronto Accord, happened in Canada, similar to the NATO. And then you also got the Mediterranean Pact between Italy, Albania, and Greece. Yeah, because Greece joined it as well. And then you will also have a unique Republic of Finland, which they managed to take some part in the Continuation War. And you look into the focus 3. This one, I will only tell about Germany, and then the rest you'll figure out by yourself. I don't want any spoilers into this mod. So this is how it goes. The status of the Reich, this one will tell you a lot about what's happening inside this mod. And then the internal politics, you have to do this really fast because, spoiler alert, Hitler's die. Yeah, he died. He died in the middle of the game. And then when he died in the middle of the game, his wife, Eva Braun, will also intervene into the who's belong into the power. And then you will have the unthinkable. I will talk about that later. But now, we also have the SS rivalry between favor Heydrich and favor Himmler. So these are the two different SS leaders. So Himmler's is more of a close by with Hitler, while Heydrich is more of another SS leader who control mostly in let's say Czechoslovakia, Hungary, Romania, and many other sort of stuff. And then this one is the falling economy, where you're gonna choose between the economy of the People's Plan or the New Four-Year Plans or the Albert Speer's plan. For those who don't know, Albert Speer was the architect of the new Germania. So after the end of the war, Hitler declared Berlin as Germania, not Berlin anymore. So Albert Speer was the one that construct the Volksheer, all of those stuff. If you guys ever watch Man in High Castle, you guys will understand what I'm saying. So, however, into this game, you cannot finish all of the focus tree. Why? Because Hitler died. So most of the time I will focus on this focus tree. This focus tree will give you guys reform, a atomic bomb testing, a rocket launch into space, space exploration. You'll also have the Lebensraum, where you send all the manpower to Gotland or maybe into Reich Commissarat, Ausland, Ukraine, Muscovian or Caucasus. Also a reforms of the Wehrmacht, reforms of the NSDAP, also the reform of the founding member of the Nazi party as well. And then after Hitler died, into this mod you will have a choice. Either you go with Goebbels, Albert Speer, Hermann Göring, Bormann, or Himmler. So Goebbels, part of the Nazi party. Speers are not really associated with the Nazi party, but he's more of an architect, you know. Göring is also part of the Nazi party as well. You also got Martin Bormann, probably the notorious and the closest person ever to Adolf Hitler, because when Adolf Hitler started his own party, Martin Bormann was the one that supported him inside Berlin. And then you got Himmler. Himmler is more of a SS leader. The difference between the SS and the Wehrmacht is that the SS has more advanced technologies. Let's say they have more advanced mechanized troops. They have more advanced guns, weapons. They are trained better. They also use drugs in order to endorse their strength to go against the enemy. Literally, they are the savages. They are the most savages and they are the most craziest soldier ever happened or ever trained or ever recruit or ever tested. But the Wehrmacht, they are just simply a German soldier who holds up to the traditional tradition, let's say Manstein, Guderian, and Rommels. And then for those SS general, let's say Himmler, Steiner, Hoffman, uh, I think the other one, I think it's Paulus, also an SS. So if you look into this, you will see an SS general. Let's say you recruit one troops, and you look at it, and then you see the SS. Who else are the SS? This one is the Wehrmacht, Hans Speidel, and then you got the SS. Where's the SS? I think I see one. Yeah, you got Otto Skorzeny, and a fanatical SS member. You also got Joachim Pepper, another SS, and also Kurt Meyer, SS as well. Michael Wittmann, even though he's a tank ace, he's also an SS as well. And then you have who else? Let's see, who are the SS division actually. So I think, yeah, Hermann Fergerlein. You also got Wilhelm Morke, also part of the SS. The Joseph von Waldeck und Paimon. Oh my god, what the hell is that name? Oscar Deril Wagner. We also got Joseph von Waldeck on. Yeah, I've seen that guy. And yeah, Paul. I think it's Paul. Paul Hauser. Like I said, Paul Hauser, the guy who worked at the guy who fucked up at Stalingrad, is an SS. So technically, this is a power struggle. So after the death of Adolf Hitler, you will be choosing who will be leading Germany. So most of the time, no matter which one you choose, it's still a civil war. Yes, it is a civil war. So when before the civil war, there's the death of Hitler. So when Hitler died, all of these Reich Commissariat, actually all of these puppets, there will be a civil war between them as well. Mostly civil war between the resistance, the Soviet Russians, the Don Cossack, the Free Movement, and many other sort of stuff, except the SS Ordnungsstand Gotland, which they are still under Reinhard Heydrich, they still under the state. And then Augsburg became another new state as well, a new state by their own. And the three-field civil war is between SS Himmler, Greater German Reich, led by either Albert Speer or Martin Bormann. And then the emergency state's defense is led by Erich von Manstein. Most of the time, Himmler would win the war. Why? First of all, they have their advanced technology, like I already mentioned before, mechanized troop, anti-tanks, new panzer, all of those stuff. And then for the Greater German Reich, mostly they will fail, but there will be a revolt in Poland, where Poland became a new state by their own as well. So this is crazy for this mod. A lot of expansion, a lot of new stuff where you guys want to learn. One thing I like about it is that they managed to put more of a image that they always find unique, that would suit the event of each and every nations. And also, no matter how small the nation is, for example, my own country, Cambodia, they managed to have their own event. So this one is led by Norodom Pusira, and then later on it can be led by a communist leader, Prachun or Pol Pot, or led by a Khmer Republic, their civil war. I think it's Lon, or maybe led by the original king, the original timeline, King Norodom Sihanouk. So technically, this is all the stuff that has been introduced, and I like it so much. I've been playing for a few days, and I would like to introduce it to you guys. And if you guys want to try this mod, for those who play Hoi 4, definitely check the link down below. I will link the official Steam link to this mod as well, and you can also type 1000 Vig Reich into the mod Steam. Okay, I hope you guys enjoy my small review or rant. I love it so much. I'm continuing to playing this really soon. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.